I have 6 children, and 2 of them specifically were struggling in school a lot. So we came to see Ken for testing just to find out, and he'd flagged Irlen syndrome for them.
When you're dealing with visual processing issues, you first have to know, are the eyes capable of doing their job? Once you know that they can, then you have to look at, is the brain processing that information correctly? If it doesn't process it correctly, it'll garble the information, it'll cause eye pain, it'll cause sensitivity to light. That's all tied in with how the brain responds, not how the eye responds.
He wondered if one of
Irlen syndrome is basically a light sensitivity, and it's just certain wavelengths of light, not all light, and it causes overactive brain. And so it can result in visual disturbances. So I see things that are moving that aren't moving, especially printed words on the page. But even in my environment, I see things moving, like the whole room will look like it's trembling without my glasses on.
Yesterday, Bob took a trip to a city market that was somewhat like a store, but a great deal bigger. It didn't have any bread or canned goods like the groceries.
It can cause the words on the page to blur. It can cause the words on the page to bounce around. And we refer them to people that can fit them with special glasses, special colored lenses that help in that issue.
My daughter ordered her glasses, and when they came in the mail, I slipped them on just to see, and everything changed. This is what everyone sees? How did I not know this other world existed? And just instantly felt a calm wash over my body, and so I immediately made an appointment to go and get my own. Life-changing, yeah, health-changing.
We assume that, unless people have vision problems, every person sees things the same way. What if that isn't true? How do we really know what another person sees? This might seem like a question for a good science fiction novel, or even for a philosophy course, but it is a very important question to ask in the everyday world, and it's not easily answered. What if one person sees objects and surfaces that are straight and predictable, but another sees those same objects moving and distorting? What if, when reading, one person sees straight and easily read lines of print, while another sees print that is vibrating or blurring or pulsating or curving? What if one person can read without discomfort for hours at a time, but another person's eyes start to burn or she gets a headache after reading for just a few minutes? This is exactly what happens with a condition known as Irlen syndrome. Irlen syndrome is a deficit in how the brain processes visual information. It can exist even when eyesight is normal, because this is not an eye problem, but a brain problem. It has been found that changing the color and intensity of light reaching the eyes can affect how the brain processes visual information. This insight is the basis for both testing and correcting Irlen syndrome. During testing, special testing figures are used to highlight distortions that may be present. This is necessary because those who have grown up with Irlen syndrome may not realize that what they perceive as unusual or different from what others see. Then colored overlays are placed over the pages, or colored lenses are put over the eyes to modify the light. The required colors differ from person to person, but if the correct colors are used, Distortions may be eliminated, eye strain may be reduced, and reading may improve. Does it sound too good to be true? Hold off on that judgment until you watch the following video.
My name is Denise and my daughter is Blair. Blair is a 4th grader. We came here because Blair was at risk of being held back in the 4th grade because her reading grade was extremely low. Anything dealing with reading was extremely low. And her math grade was also extremely low. Blair was having trouble in math as far as lining up her decimal points and lining up the numbers, and she couldn't figure out if the problem was calling for multiplication or division or addition or subtraction. As far as reading went, her teacher said that she was just putting her head down on her desk and not attempting to read, that she was doing a lot of holding her hand over her face like a visor. I just felt helpless.
He wondered if one of the men would sell. She showed them how. Oh, it gets blurry and it hurts my eyes and my head and my stomach. Yesterday, Bob took a trip to a city market that was somewhat like a store, but a great deal bigger. It didn't have any bread or canned goods like the grocery stores, but there were a great many big boxes of vegetables and fruit. On a few plants, the flowers had fallen off and seeds had begun to form. Later, while they were looking at some blossoms, one boy spied a nest hidden in the tree. They were very quiet, hoping that the mother bird would return to feed her young ones.
We came here, and after Blair got her overlay, she went from a 33 on her previous test to a 93 on the most recent test. Her math grade has also increased. Right now we're at a C, we were at an F, a low F. Once we came here, my emotions, first of all, I was full of emotion, but I was happy that we had finally got an answer. And at the same time, I was sad because I had really been on Blair about, don't give up on your future, you have to do this, and really staying on her butt about trying to get these grades up. And I didn't realize that she was really struggling and that she really had an issue. I thought her saying, "Mommy, my stomach hurts," I thought that was her attempting not to do her homework. I thought her saying, "My head hurts in class," I thought that was another excuse. We're very grateful to have made contact with the Erlen Institute. We're also very grateful to Blair's reading coach, who suggested that we come to the Erlen Institute. And without her and without being introduced to this wonderful place, Blair would still be struggling right now. And it's very likely that Blair would be held back in the 4th grade if we had not made contact with this place. But now that Blair's getting her Erlen filters and has been using the overlay that the Erlen Institute provided us, her grades have shot up, her confidence have shot up, and she's happy. She's actually happy to be reading again.